Hello, welcome back to our maintenance and garage. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I go from the grapple to the bucket and then back to the grapple. All right, now the first mistake pretty much everybody makes, including myself. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you haven't made this mistake, but I made this mistake, okay? When you go to put this grapple down, this is not the position you want to put it down in. This is, very hard to control. It tips very easy. So I'm going to show you my secret and what I do. First thing you can do, start your tractor up. Then we're going to raise the arms, and then we are going to open up the mouth of this grapple. All right, now that I have it in this position and it's on the ground, I had turned the key off to shut the motor off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that key back on. These little buttons right here control the hydraulics coming out of these hoses. You're going to hit them and release the pressure. You're going to watch these hoses move. Pressure is released. Turn the key off. Now what I can do is I can come over here and I can disconnect my couplers. Release your lines. This one's going to pull this way. We're going to pull out. This one's the female end. This one's the male end. We're going to take this one. This one should be the male. This should be the female. We're going to push this way. We're going to pull out just like that. I like to put them down in here and tuck them out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give both of these a really hard pull. Make sure they're open. If you don't do this step right, you can bend your arms. Next, we're going to start the tractor and we're going to pull away. Hey, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Okay, now that we're hooked up to the bucket, I'm going to stand on the front of this to make sure that bucket's pushed in, and then I'm going to push down on both of these levers. Again, make sure they're pushed down all the way. All right, so we've used our bucket. We're ready to take it off and move back to the grapple. This is how we're going to do it. Again, pull all the way up on both sides. Make sure they're all the way up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt it forward as I'm pulling it back, and that's going to allow me to get out from underneath the bucket. Now another thing I found is when you put pressure on the front of this, it's much easier to lock those arms. Lock it down, lock it down again. Now I'm going to set this on the ground. I'm going to turn the key forward one turn. Make sure that pressure's off these lines. Turn the key off. Now we're going to connect the lines. If you've done this correctly, you shouldn't have any pressure on these lines. And hook them back up. Push this collar back, push in. That you should see that click into place. We'll do the same thing with this, and we're back on. All right, so here I'm going to do it in real time so you can see how fast it can be done. All right, just like that, that's how fast it can be done. So when I talk about this arm engaging, I'm talking about this pin right here. Watch what happens. All right, now it is in the out position. I want to make sure that bottom pin goes through this hole and locks into position. And now we know we're good. All right, guys, well, I hope that video is informative for you. If you found it useful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, put a comment down below, hit that notification bell. Got to gain some subscribers because I'm not getting paid for any of this. So have a good day. Well, there's nothing like doing this like 15 times because the camera, you just forget to hit the record button and just go for it, get it perfect in the first shot, and then you realize you didn't record anything. All right, guys, well, that's it. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, check out these videos. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. That one's cool too. That one's my favorite.